surround a moment, clothed in mornings faster than we see. Getting over all the time I had to worry, leaving all the changes far from far behind. We relieve the tension only to find out the master's name. Down at the edge, round by the corner, close to the edge, just by the river. of honesty cannot change. How many mysteries do we deceive each day? I get up, I get down, I get up, I get down. In charge of who is there, in charge of me? Do I look on blindly and say I see the way? The truth is written all along the page. How old will I be before I come of age for you? I get up, I get down, I get up, I get down, I get up, I get down. I get down, I get up, I get down.
That might be the greatest song I've ever heard. Welcome to part 3 of the greatest band of all time. I'm your host, Dav. Our guest today is Yes. If you have not already heard it, you might have just heard it, depending on if YouTube allowed me to play it. But that was Close to the Edge. That was the greatest song of all time. And depending if you skipped it or not, it's now in your ear. Well, was in your ear. 1972. Only 10 months after Fragile, they come back with Close to the Edge. The greatest album to ever exist. Let me tell you a little story about this album real quick. I think it was like 2017, 2018, maybe 2016. I don't remember. I go to this record store with Colin and Snyder, and they're looking at like records. I'm looking at records, and they picked out some stuff. I don't remember what they picked out, and I was like, shit, I gotta pick something out. And I was like, flipping through shit, and I was like, Yes. I was like, oh, yo, I know Yes. And I was like, oh, this album's $2? I was like, bro, a $2 Yes album? I was like, this is a fucking steal, bro. I was like, come on, man. Granted, it's in literally the worst condition. Like, literally the whole, like, what is it? The binder of it's just like, dude, it's like all falling apart. It's like, it looks kind of cool, to be honest, but it's definitely dying. And I think I buy like a Front Bottoms album too, because they were buying like multiple, and I was like, I can't just buy this one $2. That's a fucking. I was like, come on, man, you gotta support these local businesses, especially a record store. So I was like, all right, I'll buy like the $25 Talent of the Hawk album that I have. Yeah, it was like a brand new album. I think it was like 30 actually. I don't remember. I definitely don't remember the price of it, but I do remember the price of the Yes album because the sticker is still on it. It's the little $2 like garage sale like sticker, and I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is staying on here because this is like a personal memory of mine. And what's even funnier is I forgot those albums in like my car for like 2 days, like because I put them in like the back seat when I like got in, because I had like my backpack too, and I put that in the passenger seat, and I looked back there 2 days later, and I was like, oh my god, these albums have been sitting in the sun. I was like, oh shit. They were fine. I mean, you know, the Yes album, or you know, the Yes album, Close to the Edge. Yes's Close to the Edge album was a little scratched, but it came like that. It's only like one scratch during the beginning like jam part, which kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna buy a new version of it if I can find one, honestly. But I'm gonna keep this $2 version because it's fucking hilarious. That I sat on this album, literally just sitting on my shelf for like, what, 4 years? Yeah, because I discovered this song like earlier this year. I don't remember exactly when, but I discovered it from listening to the last song on the album, Siberian Khatru. It popped up in my not in my Spotify discovery playlist, but in like the at the bottom of a playlist, it'll be like, oh, Spotify recommends these songs. And I kept seeing that song, and I kept like dismissing it because I was like, it's a Yes song. I was like, it's probably some like long song. And then I put it on, and I was like, yo, hold up. I was like, this song is going crazy, dude. And so I listened to that song so many times, and I was like, all right, let me look at this album. And I was like, Close to the Edge. And then I was like, oh my god, it's an 18-minute song. I was like, no. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot though. I'm gonna give it a shot. I know it's a long ass song. It's probably gonna be trash. I remember thinking that exact thought. I was like, this is gonna be a waste of time. And let me tell you what. My mind exploded. My mind couldn't comprehend what I listened to. I was like, yo, what? I was like, where did this song come from? Like, where's it's been sitting under my like face for so long? I was like, Yes. And you know, the first time I listened to it, I honestly wasn't into it. I was like, honestly, it's too much. There's too much happening. It's too long. I can't sit and listen to it. But for some reason, I just kept going back to it, man. I just kept putting on the album, and I was like, I can't stop listening to this album. And then for the longest time, I was like really conflicted. I was like, is it Close to the Edge that's better, or is it Siberian Khatru? Because I was like, Siberian Khatru is like shorter, and like I feel like that grabs people's attention more, whereas Close to the Edge is like 18 minutes, and it's just daunting, bro. People don't want to listen to that anymore, you know? I'm like, people like don't. No one's making music. I feel like if you make music like this, you're just not like successful as like you like could be. Like none of the pop music, none of the top 40 music is like anywhere over like 5 minutes, maybe 5-6 minutes. I'm talking like maybe. Anything above that, dude, radio play, you do not hear that shit because it takes up too much time. And yet they'll play like the same like 50 songs like on a loop, and you're like, all right, well, this is basically the same thing if you like spread it out between, you know what I mean? Like you listen to the same song like more than 18 minutes. But it's fine. I'm not judging the top 40 for playing the same stuff over and over, because I have constantly been listening to this album over and over and over and over, all throughout the top 20 bands of all time. That's right. I've been comparing every single album to Close to the Edge, just to make sure, man. And let me tell you what, there's really nothing that compares to it. Honestly, like maybe a Supertramp album, maybe Rush, maybe Abbey Road. These are all huge maybes, though. I'm telling you, it's in a different league. Like, if you're telling me Crime of the Century, Hemispheres, Abbey Road, and like, I don't know, Animals by like Pink Floyd are like S tier, Close to the Edge is S plus tier. There's just nothing like it, man. I don't know. I've always wondered what my favorite album of all time would be, and I found it, man. I found it earlier this year, and I've owned it for like 5 years. That's the worst part, man. That makes me feel so stupid. Oh man, you know, it's kind of crazy because like finding this album like gave me this idea for this top 20, because I had found like number 1 of all time. Like I feel like that's what people struggle with, is like they're like, you know, what's number 1? And I'd struggled with that for so long, you know. I was like, Supertramp's easily number 1 for me, but I was like, you know, Rush, like I was like the Beatles, like Pink Floyd, I'm like all these guys, ELO, they're like almost just as good, you know. And I was like, sometimes they're better, and sometimes they do things that are better than Supertramp. And I was just like, nah, Supertramp's still just number 1. But I just knew there was another band out there that I was sleeping on, man. And it was Yes, all this time. I mean, I had the yearbook quote too. I mean, listen, all I'm saying, man, I knew what I was listening to back then. I just wasn't listening to the exact right stuff. I was on the right track. But once again, I'm getting off track. Okay, back to Close to the Edge. So yeah, Close to the Edge, easily the best song of all time. Greatest song of all time. But greatest album of all time. Here's where things get kind of dicey, right? They put their best song, right, Close to the Edge, at the very forefront of the album. And I feel like that normally would be a mistake, right? Because I feel like with progressive albums, the trend is to have like the finisher, the last song on the album, be like the one that's like, you're like, holy shit, this song's amazing. But not in this case. They start off with it, and then you flip the vinyl over back in 1972 over, and you hear "And You and I," right? And it starts off with Steven like tuning his guitar, and everyone's getting like into place, or like they're shifting around, or like, I don't know, you know, that's what I imagine, because it's like, it's so soft, and it's just like dun, 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 you know, and it's just like, you know, they're like tuning up after a monumental song, you know. One of the most epic songs of all time. It's like, how do you follow it? they do it by like just tuning back up, just getting back up and being like, all right, let's continue, because that's what you do, you know, unless like, I don't know, unless the last epic thing is like, you know, the actual finale, like you're like death. It's like, what do you do after like the greatest thing, you know? You're like, all right, let's just get back up. You're like, all right, let's get back up, and you and I. I don't know. That song is on its own. It's kind of rough, but in the context of this album, following the greatest song of all time, bridging it to possibly also one of the greatest songs of all time. That's really, in my personal opinion. I feel like that's not like a shared opinion that Siberian Khatru's like unbelievably like probably like their top 3 songs of all time. But for me it is. I mean, dude, that song is it's like the perfect song. Like my drive to like work is I just put on Siberian Khatru and I literally like pull in the parking spot and it's just like the outro like just going insane, man. And I'm just like, it's just that's a perfect song by itself. Same with Close to the Edge. Like those 2 songs are like perfect by themselves. They can be played out of context. Close to the Edge, though, to really get the full effect, you kind of do have to like sit down and listen to it. I know, I'm sorry, it has to be this way. It's like a movie, it's like a play. All right, you wouldn't, you know, do your homework while watching a movie that you have never seen before, you know. Sorry, I'm hitting my pen, I'm getting triggered. But yeah, this album, man, it's just on repeat, man. Because you can do it during And You and I. Here, this is another theory I have. It's like an intermission almost, you know. and You and I, you just kind of like, you know, you get up, you go to the bathroom after just sitting through like Close to the Edge. You're just like, fuck. And then they close it with Siberian Khatru, and you're like, damn, like they're still rocking it, man. You're like, this is really good. It's not as good as Close to the Edge, but like it is like just as good, man. It is right there. And truly, this is all I've been listening to for the past I don't know, like 9 months, 10 months. I don't really know, to be honest, but I'm very curious to see my Spotify Wrapped, I think it's called. Yeah, it's just gonna be yes. It's been my number one artist for like the past like 7 years has been like Supertramp. For it to change now to yes, I feel like that's like fitting. I don't know. It just feels right, man. Listening to this album, really, it's the main reason why I've gotten back into writing. For so long, I had like playlists that were like designed for me to like write to, and I feel like I got kind of wore out of those. You know, you listen to music enough, you'll be like pretty wore out eventually from it. But I don't know when I'll be sick of Close to the Edge. I put it on every time I write, and I have yet to get tired of it. In fact, it helps me write. I put it on and I'm like, oh shit, I'm going in now. And I don't come out until the album's done, and I'm just like, I stand up after and I'm just like, I need a break, bro. I need a quick break. I need some water. I gotta use the bathroom. I can't stand. It's truly like the most inspirational thing I've heard. I get up, I get down, over and over. Man, I could really talk about this album for so long. Really, just for that song for so long. You know, I basically know all the lyrics. And it's crazy because I've been listening to it so much and I still don't know them all. It's just the way that John like sings them, man. Is so. Here, I'm gonna read you just like this one part like always fucks me up. Where is it? Hold on. Here we go. It's like the second verse. Hold on. 1, 2. Dude, this song is structured so weirdly too. I love it so much. I love that it's so freaking weird and like so hard to understand, and like you have to listen to it so many times. I love that shit. All right, wait, I just missed it. Oh fuck, here it is. All right, it goes. Sad courage claimed the victim standing still for all to see, as armored movers took approach to overlook the sea. There since the core of the license or the reasons we understood will be. Like, what the actual fuck, dude? Like, bro, like, dude, that shit got me tweaking every time. Sorry, the inner line cook's coming out on me right now, but for real, bro, I'm tweaking on that shit, man. Like, dude, I literally, like, every time that I listen to the song and I get to that part and I'm singing it out loud, which is really only when I'm in my car by myself, I get to that part and I'm just like, I'm like, my brain can't hold all the lyrics, and yet it kind of does hold all the lyrics, you know, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, you know, that is what he says. I just can't, for some reason, some of these lines just like trip me up, man. It might be because I have like a speech impediment, but like, dude, the way he sings these is just, it's just perfect, man. You know, sometimes I judge like the singers who are just like only singers, but like, dude, John, bro, my man was different, bro. That man's voice was the instrument. Yeah, I'd say this album like cures my depression for sure. To like summarize it, it's just like whenever I'm feeling down, man, I just put it on and I don't want to say like instantly happy and like different, but like I'm kind of different. I'm like built different after I listen to it. Yeah, I mean, the depression's still there, but this is like the biggest suppressant that I've like ever like found, music wise, obviously. Music wise, it just cleanses the soul, man. I've never heard anything like it. It's like gospel and like rock and like progressiveness. It's just, I don't know, man. It's the greatest song ever made. I don't know how else to explain it. Here it is, guys. The greatest album of all time. Yes is Close to the Edge. I mean, good God, bro. What are you? Oh my God, that's close to the edge right there, man. $1.99, baby. The best album to ever exist. The greatest lineup. R.I.P. Yeah, just a fantastic album, man. I mean, look, it even came with like all of the lyrics. If you can read this, let me know, bro. This shit is hard to decipher. But you know it's cool as fuck. It's like the sleeve that it comes in, man. And here it is. As you can see, it's a... Well, actually, this doesn't look too bad. It's a little dusty, if you ask me. Wait, this is the other side. I'm just waiting for the part where it skips. See y'all can hear it. There's only like one skip, so it's really not like that bad. Oh my god. Alright, back to this real quick. I've got a theory. Look at this, man. I'm telling you, fragile? Dude, this is how it would look if you were standing way down there. You would see it like this. It's all connected, man, I swear to God. Yeah, so that's the greatest band of all time right there for you. The 1971 and 1972 Yes lineup. John Anderson, Chris Squire, Bill Bruford, Steve Howe, and Rick Wakeman. What I would give to see these five live, man. R.I.P. Chris Squire, man. Truly the greatest bassist of all time. Like, honestly, like, it's funny because, like, I base my bass playing skills, or bass playing style off of, what's his name? Will from Pacifier. And like he based his off of like Geddy Lee bases of his off of fucking Chris Squire. It just comes full circle. I don't know. That's a theory that I'm working on, the bass man theory. And then I'm like, who's gonna come after me, bro? who's gonna be influenced by my Wooden Frogs bass tracks? The answer is no one. But yeah, this is it, man. You've reached the end. Close to the edge, down by a river. Down at the end, round by the corner. Dude, close to the edge, man. You're close to the edge. Greatest song I ever heard, man. Greatest song. I've waited 27 years to hear this damn song, dude. 26. And it could have been a lot sooner. Although I'm pretty sure I said this about Rush, but I think it's good that I didn't discover this like earlier in life. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's like fitting for like right now for me to discover Close to the Edge. I don't know, something about it, man. It goes like hand in hand with like depression and like just like, you know, going on as like keeping on. You know, I get up, I get down, I get up. And I get knocked down again. No, wait, that's the wrong song. I get up, I get down. I get up, I get down. I get up, I get down. Oh, man. Feels so good, bro. It feels so good to be at the end of this. I didn't think I was going to make it to the end, I'll be honest. I thought I was going to quit around like 14, man. I don't know. I had a feeling, bro. I was like, I can't. I was like, because the videos kept getting longer, you know? And like they could have even been longer, you know what I'm saying? Like I could literally just like mumble and talk about like these albums for like so long. But I was like, no one wants to listen to this. I barely want to listen to this. I just wanted like evidence, you know? For like, you know, if someone asked you in the future, like, oh, what's your favorite band of all time? And I fly open my phone. I'm like, I go to like YouTube. And I'm like, oh Jesus, what are you doing? And I'm like, look at this, look at this series. And they're like, oh my God. They're like, all right, I'm sorry. And then I'm like, ah, shit, all right. And then the next person's like, hey, what's your favorite band of like all time? And I'm just like, I pull out my phone slowly. I'm like, it's I have a whole playlist right here. Nah, you know, I would bring it up like pretty casually. I'd just be like, you know, I've got like a, you know, I would tell them first. I'd be like, all right, it's yes, and they'd be like, what? Like yes, like who's your top 10? And then that's when I open my phone, and they're like, oh shit, you actually came prepared, bro. And I'm like, yeah, man, you gotta have a top 20 list. Gotta keep that shit on you, man. All right, I'm gonna do top 20 albums of all time, according to myself. At number 1. Well, wait, I should start with 20. At number 20, we have Discovery. Can you guess by which band? It's ELO. It's not Daft Punk. I'm sorry. Even though I think Daft Punk's a 10. It's not top 20 of all time. No siree. Number 19, we have Mirage. 18, we have Sgt. Pepper. 17, we have Vines. 16, Women and Children First. 15, Dark Side of the Moon. 14, Yes Album. 13, Moving Pictures. 12, Wish You Were Here. 11, Even in the Quietest Moments. 10, Paradise Theater. 9, Signals. Which is crazy because I think I might switch it with number 8, which I have Animals for. The highest Pink Floyd rated album. And then I have Breakfast in America. And then I have the Supertramp self-titled. And then I've got Fragile at number 5. Abbey Road at 4. Hemispheres at 3, Crime of the Century at 2, and you already know number 1's Close to the Edge. That's just like a very, very rough outline of the top 20 albums of all time. If I was to make it like based off of like only like this, like there's so many albums I haven't listened to, you know, like shit from like Van der Graaf Generator, you know, and I'm like, you know, he could have something that could overpass like something in like the top like 20 to like 10 albums of all time. Who knows though, bro? I don't know. That's just like a really rough one. You know, I don't really want to make a whole like series on like the top 20 albums. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Is where like those rank too. I'll probably put it in the description along with the Essential Yes playlist. But thanks for sticking around, guys. Honestly, if you're just tuning in now, I understand. It's fine. It's just funny, you know. I want to see how many views this one gets. The Supertramp one got more views than I thought it would, because mostly these get like maybe like 5, maybe 10 views. You know, some of them don't really get like any views. But the Supertramp one got like 20 views, and I was like, hey, who the fuck is listening to this? I'm like, that's more than normal. I was like, oh, did I attract some Supertramp fans? Turns out I did. One subscribed to me. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so many Yes heads want to join me. Listen, I'm on the Yes train, man. Every day I'm practicing. I'm gonna make some music like Yes one day. I promise you. Wooden Frogs, check them out. It's the new wave. The new old wave progressive garage rock is what I'm saying. Symphonic garage rock. Bro, that's it right there. I figured it out. Wooden Frogs, symphonic garage rock. Listen, still don't know if that's the right term. I'm just using it like it is. But yeah, let me know what I should do another top 20 of. I'm thinking either like video games or like movies or like food. Or like life experiences, life moments, you know, the top 20 best things to like happen to me. Top 20 like magic cards of all time, according to me. Top 20 cities. I'm like looking around the room trying to like make new to top 20 deodorants of all time. Top 20 string lights of all time. That would be really funny. Like, you know, LED versus like traditional versus like the ones that have like a little like what's it called? Like imagine it's got like a little like plastic pumpkin around the light. Those rank low. I don't like those. Those don't give off enough light, you know? And like I'm sure they look cool for like decorations, but like I like stuff to give off like light. Like actual like brightness. Top 20 sauces. I don't know. Top 20 stickers. I don't know. put it in the comments below, and maybe I'll do it. I'll probably do like another like Instagram or like Twitter poll. Who knows, man? For like, you know, you couple guys out there. Listen, man, I want to focus more on writing, so I kind of got to take a break from YouTube. I mean, like, you know, I want to take a break, but like at the same time, I've got stuff I've got to finish on YouTube, like my Honestly and Dav series. Like that shit's got to get done, bro. Like personally, I can't let that slide because I didn't let the Dav slide. I'm not letting Honestly and Dav slide. Listen, dude, where's my dongle? Honestly, literally is like 99% scrapped. There will never be another dude, where's my dongle? All right, the doorway that led to that was like died like 15 years ago before dongles even existed. I'm just kidding. It might come back one day, but I feel like there's no demand for it anymore. Dude, where's my dongle? I'm gonna go back to those days, man. Just making like random ass videos with like no direction. And now I have like direction after listening to Close to the Edge. I'm like, well, I should write my book now. And I'm like, fuck. It's time to stop being lazy. It's time to get serious. That was me like punching my fist in a very serious motion. Oh, man, I'm done. That's it. I'm out, bro. Honestly. Headphones are off, man. I'm getting up. I'm walking away from it, man. It's over. Oh. Gotta turn the AC back on. Shit about is like toasty in here, man. It's like 75 degrees, bro. Because if I don't turn off the AC, you hear that now? I bet you can hear that. You hear that? Like little... Listen, the AC here, 10 out of 10, bro. Dude, phenomenal. Can get frozen temperatures at like 73, 74 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, because most of the time you got to put it like 72, 71 to really get cold. But nah, 73, 74 here, honestly, is like pretty nice. But it is loud as fuck. It is so loud right now. So yeah, just so you know, every time that I recorded one of these, I usually turn that off. And let me tell you what, man. There's nothing worse than recording while you're steaming. But yeah, check out these top 20 bands, guys. Listen, it was a blast making this. Let me know if y'all want to see anything else. Collab on anything else. Listen, I'm open to collaboration, you know, jolly cooperation. The dewdrop can exalt us like the music of the sun. Yeah, I don't know how else to put it, man. Greatest thing I ever heard, man. Close to the Edge. Listen to it on repeat, man. I'm telling you, you get something new out of it every time. Listen to a different part. I'm telling you, man. The doorways that connect you, bro. I'm telling you. Yo, Dav. I'm back.
Yo, honestly, what's going on, man? How was Seriously?
You know, serious as usual. The other leads were doing pretty good as well.
How was their host? Was it someone cool?
It was some guy working out of Checkers. He was pretty cool. I mean, he was working on some like underground jazz album. Some crazy stuff, man.
Whoa, that sounds kind of intense.
Yeah. How was O-Town? Anything crazy happen while I was gone?
Nah, not really.
True. Okay, well, I'm gonna hop in the shower real quick.
You want to get some food later?
Oh, you know we will.